I know we're all thinking it, but we don't want to say it. Is Lando Norris overrated? It feels illegal to even ask that out loud. He's the face of McLaren, a fan favourite, the charming, Twitch-streaming, photogenic golden boy of the grid, the one who looks like he just rolled out of a GQ shoot, even when he's stuck in P6. But here's the problem. He's never won a race. Not one. Zero. Nada. In nearly 7 seasons of Formula One. And yet, he's treated like a future world champion. Like the only thing stopping him from a title is the alignment of the stars and maybe one bad Ferrari strategy call.
I have the seat full of water, like full of water.
Must be the water.
Let's add that to the water filter.
The media loves him. The fans defend him like he's under attack from all directions. And McLaren? They've practically built their entire marketing department around him. But for all the hype, all the podiums, all the next big thing branding, at what point do we start asking why the results don't match the reputation? This isn't a video to roast Lando. It's just a reality check. Because if Lando really is that guy, he's taking his sweet time proving it. Lando Norris is a product of 2 things, raw talent and world-class PR. And to be fair, both were obvious from day one. He entered Formula One with speed, charm, and a perfectly messy head of hair. He was the Gen Z answer to F1's traditional, tight-lipped grid, the anti-Raikkonen, the anti-Vettel, the relatable one. McLaren saw it, Liberty Media saw it, F1 fans definitely saw it, and suddenly, Lando was everywhere. He was on Twitch with George Russell. He was in YouTube thumbnails next to Verstappen. He was front and centre in every McLaren video, every fan event, every best radio moments compilation.
I'm crying. I think I'm crying.
He's been built up as the next big thing since his second race, the guy to bring McLaren back to the top, the one who would eventually challenge Verstappen, Leclerc, Russell, maybe even Hamilton himself. And the numbers helped, at first. Podiums here and there, some stunning quali laps, pace that looked legit. 2020, 2021. He was flying under the radar as the cool, quick underdog. It made sense to believe in the rise, but eventually the rise plateaued. Because here's what no one wants to say. Lando's career graph is less next Verstappen and more influencer with pace. He's always in the conversation, just not in that conversation. He's kind of just there, consistent, quick, emotionally relatable when things go sideways.
I'm like laughing, crying. Oh, dry your eyes, mate, dry your eyes.
But never quite threatening, and yet the hype never dipped. Even when McLaren was nowhere, Lando was still treated like a top 3 driver in waiting. When Ricciardo flopped, it became proof of how high Lando's level was. And now that Piastri's giving him problems, crickets, the perception bubble around Lando is so thick, it's like he's been grandfathered into elite driver status before actually qualifying for it. And that's the issue. It's not that Lando isn't talented, it's that we've skipped the resume part and gone straight to the legacy highlights. Let's talk about the team, because whenever you bring up Lando's winless streak, someone will immediately hit you with,
"But McLaren hasn't given him the car."
Okay, fair. McLaren has had some rough years. That 2022 car was basically a refrigerator on wheels. 2023 started off like they built the chassis using IKEA instructions and forgot the Allen key. But here's the thing, he's had chances, big ones. Let's go back to 2021, Russian Grand Prix, Lando on pole. Conditions changing. He was comfortably leading the race with just a few laps to go. Then the rain hits. His team tells him to pit.
Lando, what do you think about it, Inter? What do you think about it in Inter? No!
He says no. He slides off. Hamilton wins. And the rest is soggy, painful history. That should have been his first win. And no, it wasn't just bad luck. It was a bad call. One that a championship-level driver doesn't make. And since then, we've seen flashes of speed, occasional podiums, but nothing that screams, he's ready to win races consistently. He's not putting in miracle drives. And now that McLaren's actually figured out how to build a car that doesn't self-destruct mid-corner, Oscar Piastri enters the chat. The guy shows up as a rookie, and immediately starts challenging Lando. He matches him in qualifying, beats him in some races, takes a sprint win in year one, and suddenly this whole Lando is untouchable at McLaren idea starts looking fragile. Because if your rookie teammate is already giving you that much heat, and you're supposed to be a 7-season veteran with team loyalty, media presence, and all the data behind you, shouldn't you be a few steps ahead? This isn't a Gasly Tsunoda situation. This is McLaren's future showing up early and asking tough questions just by driving fast. It puts Lando in a weird spot. He's not the dominant team leader, he's not a proven race winner, and he's not the hot new thing anymore. And the longer this continues, the more awkward it gets. Because when McLaren eventually builds a title-contending car, there's no guarantee Lando will be the one leading that charge. He might just be the guy that got them close, before someone else finished the job. Here's the part no one wants to admit. Lando Norris has built a world-class F1 brand without delivering world-class F1 results. He is elite at being marketable. He's relatable. He's funny. He streams. He memes. He drops just enough self-deprecating humour to feel like the human version of a group chat reaction. He's the driver your non-F1 watching friend knows.
Oh my God, it's
He's the one who pops up on your Instagram Explore page mid-season break with a papaya bucket hat and 1.2 million likes. But when you strip away the vibe, what's left? Because results-wise, we're looking at 0 wins, a career best finish of 6th in the championship, and a growing highlight reel of almost moments. Now compare that to how he's talked about. He's consistently grouped with the likes of Max, Charles, George, sometimes even Lewis. But Max has 60+ wins. Leclerc has poles, wins, and a legitimate title fight. George beat Hamilton over a season and took a win in his first proper year at Mercedes. And Lando? He's the guy who gets sympathy every time the clouds roll in. He's the guy whose best strategy is, just don't screw him over this time. He's the guy who makes everyone feel like he's elite, even if the numbers say otherwise. Which raises the question, are we reacting to Lando Norris the driver or Lando Norris the character? Because right now, his PR game is outperforming his racecraft. He's the media darling of F1, the one every brand wants on their campaign, the guy who can turn a 4th place finish into a fan favourite moment with one radio message. But in sports, that stuff only works for so long. Eventually, the cool guy has to win. The charm has to translate into results, and the narrative has to evolve beyond next year, because the longer Lando goes without breaking through, the more the gap grows between his image and his impact, and eventually, even the memes won't be enough to hold it all together.
They can give you a good massage in Amsterdam.
Yeah? Thanks.
So, is Lando Norris the most overrated driver in Formula One? Yeah, probably. And that's not an insult. That's just the truth hiding behind years of curated hype, one-to-watch energy, and McLaren social media posts with 20 emojis and 0 trophies. He's not bad. He's not mid. He's just not what people say he is. Because if you judged him solely on race wins, titles, or career-defining drives, you wouldn't be putting him in the same category as Verstappen or Leclerc. You'd be putting him in the same category as Sainz, Gasly, Ocon, all of whom, by the way, have wins. The difference is they're not talked about like future world champions. But Lando, he's been marketed like the chosen one for 7 years. 7 years? That's longer than Vettel's entire Red Bull run. And in that time, he's delivered moments, but not milestones. He's had strong weekends, but no killer instinct. He's stayed loyal to McLaren, but hasn't made them winners. At some point, the "he just needs the right car" excuse runs out of gas, because now he has a decent car. He has the full support of the team. He has the experience. But if he keeps getting shown up by the rookie on the other side of the garage, then we're not looking at a misunderstood superstar. We're looking at a really good driver who was packaged like a great one. And hey, maybe he turns it around. Maybe 2026 is his year. Maybe the stars align, Red Bull collapses, and Lando goes full anime protagonist. But if that doesn't happen soon, he won't be the guy we're waiting on anymore. He'll just be the guy we waited on too long. But that's just one take. Let me know in the comments, is Lando Norris overrated or just unlucky? Do you still believe in the hype? Or are you starting to wonder if the hype is the whole package? Hit like if this made you think. Subscribe if you're ready for more F1 commentary that isn't afraid to call out the fan favourites. And I'll see you next race weekend. Probably wondering how McLaren managed to turn a front row start into a double stack disaster.
And the winner is...
You won. I have no milk.